Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. And about 2 years ago I did a review on my Ultrasabers Arcon V2.1, and I have the Kylo Ren sound font and a couple other sound fonts that I programmed on it. That is this saber here. And this one here, it has the Obsidian 4 soundboard with the Emerald drive. So that means that when you take off the pommel, it has 2 computer chips that you can hook up to your computer and program the color, and you can program all of your sound fonts into it. This one has a yellow illuminated silver switch. It has a recharge port, which is right there. And I have blade plugs, I have multiple blades. So that's this one. Fantastic saber, and I'll put a link to the quick little video that I did on this saber and some of the sound fonts I have programmed in it. Most of my sabers have all of the same sound fonts. And in that video, I had mentioned that I was going to do a review on the Scorpion. The Scorpion is a considerably larger saber. It has more of a two-handed grip and has a beautiful aesthetic to it. You guys can see that. Nice pommel, cover tech wheel. So this saber also has the Emerald drive, and it also has the Obsidian 4 soundboard. So same thing, when you remove the pommel, and you remove the speaker that's inside of it. There we go. So you'll see you have 2 boards. One on top and one on bottom. Okay? One programs the sound, one programs the color. The switch cannot be changed in color. Whatever color that you pick when you purchase your Ultrasaber, that illuminated color is going to be the same. So I'll go ahead and start it up so you guys can hear the saber. I have it programmed with a red. You can see the LED. It's going to be a little bit loud, so for headphone users, you may want to turn it down for this. Okay, and it has a lot of the same sound fonts that you program. The Obsidian 4 soundboard programs the same on that one and this one because that's the same soundboard. So in order to change sounds, you have to hold it, and then you click through them.
Shadows. I'll show you the dark side.
So that's my Kylo Ren sound font. So if I want to use that one, I hold it.
Confirmed.
So that's how the Obsidian 4 soundboard is. The color is permanent until you hook it back up to your computer and reprogram your color and however you want to do it. Now we get into the new saber. So this one here is the Spectre that they came out with. This is a fairly newer saber that Ultrasabers has come out with. They've had some new ones come out since this one came out. I've had this one for, I believe, about a year now. Very beautiful design. Recharge port, as you can see right here. They did a fantastic job on this saber. Now, right here you will see a screw on the back of the emitter. Now that screw is so that you can actually put another cover tech wheel on it and remove the emitter. Okay, and you can hang your emitter and your actual saber from your belt side by side. I didn't want that for my outfit, so I don't have that. Now this saber has got it has a red illuminated LED switch, activation switch, and this one has the diamond controller. So the diamond controller is very similar to your emerald drive and obsidian board, except for this is one board. Okay, so you'll see that this one does not have a board on this side. There's just one board. That one board programs everything on the diamond controller. So you program your color and all your sound fonts, and every sound font you can program a different color to every sound font, and different sections of the sound font can all be programmed together. So you can have, when the saber powers on that sound font, you can have a specific color scheme or however you want it during the power up stage. So you can get it goes from completely off to brighter over time instead of just kicking on like the other ones do. And you then, for the hum of the saber, you can program it to where the hum has got a certain scheme to it. And then every flash on clash and for your swings, and then there's other things that you can program in it as well. All of those can have a different color. And then every sound font, as you change from sound font to sound font, can have its own color. So instead of like the emerald drive in obsidian boards, where the lightsaber is one color that you program, and then you have multiple sound fonts, this one has got everything programmed to where you can change the color with the sound font on the fly while you're doing your cosplay. So I'm going to start this one up so you guys can see it, you can hear it, and I'll show you how it programs. So you'll see that the LED I have has a flicker to it. The purple has got a flicker to it. You'll probably see that better on my hand. Okay. And so what's nice about this one is you hold the button and you do a stab. Okay, and that's going to change. We can begin changing. Now instead of hitting the button, what we do is we rotate.
Saber, Episode 1, Episode 2, Episode 4, Episode 5, Episode 6.
That's silent.
I'll show you the dark side.
And there's my Kylo Ren sound. So I click it, and it doesn't tell you that it's confirmed, it just goes right into it. Okay? So you see that this one is red. My Kylo Ren sound is programmed to be red. And it's got a flicker to it. See on my hand, see it heart beating. The button also has a flicker. It kind of matches it, gives it that unstable look. Now what's cool is this has got different gestures that you can program into it. So when I do a stab,
I'll show you the dark side.
So now when I do a stab, I can have it say that, vocalization that I have programmed into it. Now the diamond controller does take a little bit longer to power down. So if you're holding two sabers side by side and you're dual wielding them, and you have a diamond controller and you have an obsidian soundboard, and with an emerald drive, this one you're going to want to start hitting the button or holding it down a little bit quicker or a little bit sooner than those, because this one does take a couple more seconds to power down from it. Now what's nice is all of these sabers, when you remove the pommel, they are all compatible with some sort of coupler. So I have one of their couplers, and this is a quick release coupler. So you have threads on both sides. The two threads on both sides allow you to thread it into your pommel area. I think I said emitter before, but it's the pommel. One on each side of each saber. And the way this works is quick release. You'll see that this has a groove in the middle, okay? And then you will see down inside there are beads. So the way that works is this is spring loaded. When you pull it back, it releases those. When it goes back into place, it puts it. So you'll see that this won't fit. Pull it back, slides in, locks. So that's how the quick release pommel works. They have other pommels that don't have a quick release. That basically the middle here, instead of just having these little slits, this is like a cage. So it has a much more open area, but you have to unscrew the saber, so it's more for a permanent dual-bladed saber. So for some of my costumes, I like to have my Arcon and my Spectre connected, and I bring this with me when I cosplay, so I can do dual-handed with just the pommels on it for hanging. Or if I want to do a double-sided saber pose, I can put on the quick release and do both for the day. So that's a little quick brief rundown of the Ultrasaber sabers that I have, the 3 that I currently have. Now, as far as price point goes, these are several hundreds of dollars a piece. My recommendation, though, if you are looking into buying an Ultrasabers lightsaber and you're looking at the Emerald Drive and the Obsidian Force Soundboard, I would highly recommend looking at the price difference between the Emerald Drive and Obsidian Force Soundboard compared to the Diamond Controller. I highly recommend the Diamond Controller. The versatility, the programmability to it is a fantastic saber. Ultrasaber has really gone over and above the top with this Diamond Controller, and I highly recommend it. It's a little bit more complicated to program. It took me a little while to get used to the software and getting everything programmed just the way I like it. So I've got several different sound fonts with different colors programmed in each one, and I absolutely love the saber. Being able to change the color on the fly with a yellow one or a green one or a blue one or a purple one or a red saber, whatever color saber I want on the fly. You know, if my wife is coming with me and she's got her Sith outfit and she's rocking the Crimson Saber, the Scorpion, and she wants to dual wield another Crimson Saber, I can give her my Spectre, put it on the Kylo Ren one, or one of the Dark Saber, one of those, not Dark Saber, sorry, but it has, I don't remember what the other one's called, but there's another Crimson one that I have on there. And she can put it on that and have 2 Crimson Sabers to dual wield. So the programmability and versatility of the Diamond Controller is an absolute must, in my opinion, if you're going to invest the money in buying an Ultrasabers with sound and being able to change the color. So now that you've seen the Ultrasabers, I'd like to talk about some of the other lightsabers that are available on the market that are made now by Disney, but the replica sabers. So here I actually have the Kylo Ren replica saber. This is the first generation. I believe the second generation now. The blades are actually able to come out. They are removable. First generation, they were not able to remove. As far as sound and quality, they're virtually identical from first gen to second gen. I don't know if this has any battery power left, but let's find out. So you turn it on by flipping the switch up, and it's out of batteries. As far as the sound goes, it's a little on the light side. The Ultrasabers is considerably louder, far more bright, and you can actually duel with them. Where these have LED strips in them, and you do not want to duel with these because you will break them. They have a flicker to them. Very cool sabers, but the Ultrasabers are definitely better. Now, I also have Return of the Jedi Luke Skywalker saber. Don't know if this one has any battery life as well. Switch is right here. You flip that forward, it does have battery. But you hear that it's very, very, very quiet. Just a very quiet saber. The green is nice. It's a very nice saber. It's got a good color to it. It's light. Good for children, in that price range. Price point around $100, I believe. I don't remember the exact price, but this is a $100 range lightsaber from Disney. So for children, for gifts, great saber for replica for cosplay and stuff. Not a dueling saber, not a very loud saber, but you know, you kind of get what you pay for when you're talking about $500–600 for an Ultra Saber versus a $100 replica saber. Now, I also have the original. These are the Master Replicas. These are the original that came out early 2000s. I believe they came out in 2004. I don't know if these have any battery life in them as well, or if I even have any batteries in them. So this was the Anakin Skywalker saber, Luke Skywalker saber from A New Hope. And the switch is right here. It goes forward. It would light up blue. These are considerably louder. These are loud enough to kind of compete with the Ultra Sabers as far as the audio quality and how loud they are. These first generations were very loud. An issue that these sabers had was the plastics on these would get rubbery and they would get sticky. So what I did was I actually went and I cleaned it and prepped it and kind of fixed that. A lot of people have these issues. I bought one for my brother years ago. His has the same issue. So if you guys are having an issue with these sabers, if you bought a first generation, go ahead and leave a comment down below and let me know that you're having that issue, and I can get in touch with you and let you know what I did to fix mine so that it's no longer sticky and it works great for cosplay again. These have a CoverTech wheel. This is a first generation Master Replicas. The blade does not come out of this. This was a $100 saber back in the day when this saber first came out. We also have, let's see if I can safely put that there. I also have the Darth Vader Master Replica. Came out at the same time, did the same thing with this. These got all sticky. I do need to do a little bit more cleaning on it. It's got a little bit of white to it. I am having an issue with the switch on this one. The switch is starting to go bad. I do know that there's a lot of people that have had this going bad. So I have not taken the saber apart to fix the switch. At some point I will be taking it apart to fix it, find out what's going on with the switch and the wires, and see if we can't repair this saber so it works perfect again. It does function. The only issue that I have with mine right now is that when I go to turn it off, it will kind of glitch out and the saber will turn off like twice. It's, you know, it's just not functioning perfectly. I don't know if this one has any battery either. It does not. So red saber, same thing, LEDs in it. Blade does not come out. This is a first generation Master Replica, but these are fantastic sabers. You know, they're quite loud. These do run on AA batteries, 3 AA batteries, these first gens. I know that the Kylo Ren first gen saber that Disney came out with, I believe that one runs on AA batteries, but the Luke Skywalker one, where you saw how the green saber, it's very quiet, that one's actually running on AAA batteries. These are kind of the more standard blade plugs, and I'll show you again what those look like on the saber. This one has just the standard in it. You see, it's kind of, as far as like the reflection and what it does, you know, it's more broad, kind of plain. You saw the reflection on my hand. It didn't leave like that definite ring with the little dots. Very beautiful. And then you see with the decorative one, let's see if you guys can see that. And then this one, it has just little holes in it. You see how it leaves a definite pattern on the hand. And same thing on the walls and stuff, you can see the multiple colors. And you can see how the light comes through those holes and change the color.
I'll show you the dark side.
and then you'll see the red and the blue. It looks purple on the screen, but that's blue. And you saw how when I powered it down, it got dim over time. And then when I start it up, it'll get bright over time. And then it begins to flicker. Alright, so that's a quick little brief rundown of the different Ultrasabers that I have. The Spectre, the Scorpion, and the Arcon V2.1 with the Obsidian Force Soundboard and Emerald drives versus the Diamond controller. Highly recommend the Diamond controller, and then some of the more store-bought purchase ones that Disney makes and some of the Master Replica ones, and kind of the comparison. Price point wise, I believe that Disney is now currently making several different replica sabers. They have the, I think they call it the Rey lightsaber now, which is the Anakin Skywalker lightsaber. They have a Darth Vader lightsaber, and they have a Kylo Ren lightsaber. And I believe they've also come out with, I don't know if they've come out with a Yoda lightsaber yet or not. I don't remember, to be honest with you. But they're all going to be about the same as far as quality. The sound is a little bit softer on all of the new sabers. Personally, I don't like on new sabers the LEDs that they have in the blades. The original Master Replica ones, when you ignite it and it comes out, because it's an LED strip, it was very smooth and consistent. It looked really good on camera. The new ones are very sketchy. You know, they kind of jump when you turn it on, and it jumps as it comes down when you turn it off. Not really my favorite. Definitely prefer the older style ones when it comes to the replicas. But 100%, if you've got the money to invest in an Ultrasabers lightsaber, absolutely, highly recommend it. That's what my personal preference is. That's what I've purchased. My brother has purchased some from Saberforge. He very much likes his Saberforge lightsaber. I've looked into Saberforge, and I felt that their lightsabers weren't for me, but I do very much like the Ultrasabers ones. So I hope this helps you guys a little bit, gives you a little bit of information. Please, if you have any questions whatsoever, if you've got lightsabers and what you like to do with them in your dueling, what blades you have, briefly, my blades. I have others as well, but my favorite is the mid-grade and just the regular mid-grade. It's got that clear tubing with like a foil on the inside. Let's see if my... I have a bunch of blades. Several. So you will see that I have two with points. My personal preference, I don't really like the pointed tip. I think it kind of looks cool, but when the saber's turned on, I don't like the way the tip lights up. It's not consistent on the tip. For videos, sometimes the videos it can look pretty cool, sometimes it doesn't look very good. I did have an issue with one, which is why I have two. It came in, this one up here on the top, you'll see this one's had some use. I've kind of just banging it around. I've been fighting with it and playing with it. This one down here looks practically brand new. This came in and it was crooked and it wasn't glued on right, so I had to work on getting it removed. And I did let them know that, hey, it came in with a problem, and they sent me a new one for free. So that was very nice of them. But you will see that I have got several with round tips. Round tips are my favorite. Now I do have one, see how this one looks like a glow stick compared to the mid-grade standard. Now they do make both styles in mid-grade and heavy grade for more battling. I use all mid-grade. I feel like the mid-grade is more than strong enough for light dueling and fighting. I have one that I've been doing that with, and I'll show you kind of the damage that it has. In my opinion, these lightsabers, it makes the lightsaber look like a glow stick. It doesn't really have that like hollow, like a lightsaber in a force field. It just, I don't really like the way it looks all that much. Different people have different opinions. They very much like these. These do look nice on camera. So do the other ones. but in my opinion, it just gives the lightsaber kind of a glow stick effect, and it does, it does detract a little bit from it and that's my opinion. Now I have, this one is like basically brand new. They're all the same size, they're just a standard size. I don't remember what the actual measurement is. It's in the 30s, I believe. This one here I have been fighting with. Now you'll see, it looks like right there, you can kind of see there's a little nick, a couple little nicks. Just minor scratches, no bends, it's never bent, it's never broken, there's like a little nick right there. And that's mostly from, people's sabers that have got some kind of a claw or something on it where it's kind of nicked the metal and it's kind of dented the plastic. When it's lit up and it's on camera, you really don't see any of the imperfections. When you're holding it, you can kind of see those imperfections a little bit. So definitely, if you have a dueling blade, keep the dueling blade as your dueling blade. You'll see possibly that the foil as I roll it, you see how the foil's got a little bit of an imperfection to it. So it does show some wear and tear, with some dueling. This blade has seen some fairly heavy dueling without any issues, so I don't necessarily see the need to invest in heavy grade blades. But if you're doing if you're really going to be doing like some really massive, hard cosplay dueling, choreographed dueling, then you may want to invest in a heavy grade blade. But as far as, if you got your friends and you're just goofing off, I don't see the need. I've seen people really wail on them really, really hard to where the blades are practically bending and like wrapping around a tree. They're hitting it so hard and the blades are just fine. So they're very good quality blades. And I have another one that is essentially brand new. This is a cosplay blade just for running around so that the blade looks nice and perfect. So I have a couple just cosplay blades. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please like, subscribe, share it with your friends, especially anybody who, if you and your friends are planning on getting into cosplay and you're interested in one of these sabers. If you have any questions at all, please comment down below. Let's start a conversation about what lightsabers you have, how you've enjoyed dueling with them, what your thoughts on them are. And I have some videos that are going to be coming out about some of the cosplay that I've done. You'll see some of the helmets that I have up here. The Mandalorian Helmet I made myself. I started with paper and I fiberglassed it, Bondo glassed it, and I painted it, and then I've made some armor for cosplay. So I'm going to be doing some videos on some of the stuff that I've made and the Sintra and different things what I've enjoyed making. I have a sewing machine. I've sewed up together a Jedi outfit. I'm going to be putting a video up on how you can make your own Jedi outfit and with your Jedi robes. Briefly to show you what mine look like. Mine are a gray and black. I used a black trim with the gray. And these are, my Jedi outfit is Rebel Legion certified. Well, I wouldn't say certified, but it's Rebel Legion. It qualifies for Rebel Legion. The Mandalorian armor. That's on my vest. And the Jedi belt that I made. And I will show you guys how to make your own Jedi belt. Cover text to hang my lightsabers on. Just leather, stained it myself, put it all together. Very, very, very easy to do. Anybody can do this. Show you guys how to make some of this stuff. Make some of this stuff up yourself if you're interested in doing any Star Wars cosplay. And please share your comments about your cosplay that you do. Leave a link to your cosplay if you have any cosplay videos. I'd love to see them and get some ideas from you, bounce some ideas. And if you guys have any suggestions on future videos, please let me know down in the comments below. Thank you very much for joining me, and you guys have a great day.